Around 45 plus members have joined so far. I think we should start because we have a lot more to cover. First of all, thank you everyone for joining me here. Uh, I'm glad to welcome you all, and fair enough for me to help and assist you all in the journey which I've seen. I would like to, before I start, let me just share the screen. Okay, just to make it more interactive, the session will be conducted in a way that if you have any comments and you want, if I ask any question, you can write in the chat bar. And in the end, we'll have a Q&A session as well. So if you have any questions, you can note it down, or later we can address in the Q&A session as well. That's it. Let me just share the screen now. Yes, I cannot stop people joining in. Okay, so then, okay, just, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, as we speak, there are two kind of people right now in this AI stream world. I would say that one is a person who is using AI to write a better email, and another one is honestly people who are using AI for building $1 million company. It's the same tool but different user. One user is trying to use it a basic way, and another ones are basically wielding it. So the gap is very big right now. And to explain that gap, I will further say that uh, the gap is going to, this gap is basically going to decide the next, in the next couple of years, it's going to revamp the careers, revamp the companies as well. And also, I would not like to say that, but a lot of gaps will create in future with respect to AI will going to eat jobs that I would never, I was a never believer of that before, and I always used to say that humans cannot be replaced. I still and believe that, but now as things are being evolved, the technology is being evolved. I would rather say that it is possible somehow to an extent that this is going to be a game changer. And later on, maybe in a year or two, you'll see a lot of changes coming in, a lot of AI agents coming in the field, which are being going to be replaced. That is another area to think over it. But I was listening to a podcast recently by a CEO of Uber, and Uber is a technology company, as you all know as well. That only thing which is stopping right now that AI, the bots or the AI agents cannot learn real time. That is the only gap which is there in the market. And till the time the real time learning is available, the humans are going to be superseded every time. So that's how the difference is going to be. Okay, the first question comes to our mind. We can see a lot of tools in the market right now with different names, even a lot of names. Maybe most of you are aware of that. Some of you are not aware of that. But how it depends? It's based on your ecosystem, the ecosystem which you are working in right now. For example, if your company or you or your organization is basically connected with Microsoft 365, and Microsoft 365 is basically connected with my Copilot, so you can use Copilot for all of these AI inside Microsoft 365. You can use it in Excel, you can use it in Word, Outlook, Teams, anywhere you want to use, you can use it. Another is the Google Gemini. Google Gemini is basically if you are or you or your company is working in a ecosystem of Google, where you have Google access to Google Sheets, Google Gmails, and all that. So Gemini is one of the tool which is going to be relevant for you for such kind of task. And if you want to go further, like uh, if you want to add more market research, data analysis, what kind of content you're generating, then definitely ChatGPT is one of the most used tool right now. And I would not say that most of us must be aware of this tool. Definitely, and some of them you have tried as well. And the last one, which is not the last for now, Claude is something if you want to build something, if you want to do some automation for you, and if you have complex analysis, documentation, processes, it's more like a process automation. So you can use Claude for that. Uh, then there are a lot of new tools which are currently in the market. OpenAI has also introduced Codex recently. It's not recently, but the Codex desktop version is just shared recently. So you can use Codex desktop version just as similar to what you are using for the Claude. And there's one more AI which I personally use as well. Is Cursor. Cursor is basically more related to coding. If you want to do some coding stuff, if you're doing some building some websites, you're building some applications. So Codex is going to help you there as well. Even the other tools like Codex, Cursor, Claude, Cowork can also help you in this. So it depends again on the ecosystem where exactly you and your company are working on it. So if any one of you want to write where what exactly tools you're using right now, just write in your chat. So let's see exactly what is the majority of the people are going using this. So let write on your chat which tool you are using right now. Okay, I have in chat like Claude. Most of them are Claude, Copilot, Claude. Some of them, all of them, GPT. Okay, great. Great. Thank you so much. Most of them are Claude and GPT. Some of them are DeepSeek as well. That's perfect. Thank you, everyone. So let's move on. We'll have more discussions as well. We have a lot of people coming in, so I have to jump to. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is discussed. Okay, now I will just move on to most important area of using an AI tool, which is very important. Why? Because what kind of prompt you are entering to the tool is very important. For example, if you're writing something very normal, like analyze this data and give me the insights, the result will be more generic, vague, like depends on what history you have entered, the discussion you had with the Claude, and the output is going to be varies. And another one which I've also shared in my on my LinkedIn post as well. There is one more framework called RICO framework where you define the role, you give them instructions, you explain the context, and you define the output as well. So it's one same tool with same one tool. If you give one different prompt and one refined prompt, automatically it gives you different results. So now I will just move on to the real time analysis. I will show you how I'll just write one uh, prompt for you. Let me share my cloud screen. Mhm. Okay, now let me share the screen. There are a lot of people waiting. Perfect. Now, I'll just explain you how one, I will write just a random prompt for you. So this will be like, for example, if you want to write, I'm assuming I'm an analyst where analyzing suppliers as well. So I want to evaluate my suppliers. Okay, I have this data like price, delivery time, and quality issues. Help me identify which supplier are good and which suppliers I need to focus more on. That's one way of writing. You can use it, the chat function here. You can use the new chat. You see my list here. And let me add more example like I'm working in company, a trading company, uh, deals in confectionaries, confectionery division, beverages, and cleaning materials. So, meanwhile, we'll see prompt coming in, and okay, this is important. What I have curated my Claude in a way that whenever I type a prompt, it always asks me question first. That is something which is you have to learn a little more. That you give instructions in a default way that whenever you write the prompt, it automatically asks you some questions. So it's not necessary if you write the same prompt in your sorry, if you write same prompt in your Claude, it will be different output as well. So let's go. What data do you have available for? I have delivery lead time. I have payment terms. Let's unit price. Let's go with the three ones. Okay. How do you want to work with this? Upload. I will upload my Excel file and store automatically. I'll paste the data type. Just show me the frame request. I'll fit it. Okay, let's go with this way. What output do you need? Excel scoreboard with formulas I can update. Let's go with Excel scoreboard formulas for now. So meanwhile, this chart is working. I'll write the same prompt in a different manner. For example, let's do it. I will explain it role. So act as a procurement and supplier performance analyst. Okay, input, what I will add, input is I will provide supplier data, including pricing, delivery time, and order fulfillment. Let's do this. Context, what is the context of this discussion? I need that for, like, for example, used for quarterly price, uh, yeah, quarterly supply review, basically. The preview in a trading company which has three divisions, same I will write, confectionery, beverage, and cleaning. Okay, and then we have the output I need. Okay, let's define the output here first. I need the supplier performance scorecard. Then I need risk. What are the risk uh, versus the risky and the risky versus preferred suppliers? Then we have key KPIs. Let's do KPIs for evaluation. Then I will also add like a simple dashboard I need and any recommended actions. So this is a different way of typing the same prompt where you're adding more instructions and more value to this. So let me add more people here. Okay. So meanwhile, this is being done. Okay. Before I need to clarify a few things. We have actual supplier data, scoring weights, threshold for classification. He's asking me more questions. Uh, you I'll provide data later on. Move on with your assumptions. Okay. Let's see what has happened in the first. Okay. First one is still building. Is building the scorecard board, and the second is also building it. So there are a lot of other ways of writing a prompt. You will see a lot of people on the social media who are putting a lot of efforts. Like one of the most used is aim, actor, input, and the measures of what kind of measure you want. And this is one of the areas where things are being built. And one more thing is there are a lot of ways to write a prompt. Recently, I've also mentioned there are uh, like defined frameworks of analyzing something or writing something to an AI agent. For example, if you use evaluate before your prompt, it will evaluate if you write, for example, be brutally honest, it will give you an honest answer. And there are a lot of ways to get an output of out of the data you have put. So, okay, now there's another thing which I've done in my Claude that's embedded here. So every time gives me an answer, it always asks me that I asked him to reconcile every data, verify the formulas. I don't need pasted values or pasted spatial. I don't need spatial values. I need the formulas directly. So it has been done right now. So let me see what it has done. Here you go. The scorecard is there. Instructions, how to get weight, raw data, scoreboard, scorecard, dashboard, how the scoring works. The scoring is being defined here as well. 10 sample suppliers. So Excel model is also ready here. So let's show you how the Excel model works here. See this way. Minimize the screen. Okay. If you can see it here, the Excel model on the cloud screen. So you can see the instruction is on the first page. It explain you what you need to do, how this use workbook is being used, then what are the weights defined, then the raw data where you are going to add the raw data with it, like the category, average unit price, benchmark price, average lead time, and then you have the scorecard. The scorecard tells you what the raw KPI values are, and the credit days defined. It's just all random numbers the AI has taken directly from itself, like 10 suppliers. And the best supplier is Real Beverages, worst supplier is Jetta Hygiene. Average score is 3.32 for all of them. Preferred one is 4. At preferred are 4, and risk ones are at 2. So dashboard is there also. The dashboard is what? Okay. The dashboard tells us Alwatan Foods is a confectionery. It has 3.82 weighted score. And so these are all the ratings defined. So one of the areas where analysts can do this way, and the other area is where I have defined more in a different framework. So till the time we have this output coming in, okay, then supplier. Okay. So this first one, which I was just typed randomly what data I need. This is what the result we had. We requested in Excel. We could have requested in dashboard as well. So it depends on your requirement as well. The other one we have used the RICO framework, defines more actual, uh, more actual results and like more defined results. I would say that with the context, with the output, and what is the role. Okay, so okay now let's see. Okay, uh, now we have now I'll build the let's see the discussion. The data search has been done. Now it's building the model with assumptions applied. Four suppliers per division, 12 total sample data, weights, delivery 40%, fulfillment 30%, pricing 30%. Risk tiers is above 75 is preferred. 50 to 74 is watch. Less than 50 is risky, and quarterly review, for example, reviewing for 22, 2026. Meanwhile, we'll jump over the results. Let's wait for a couple of seconds. Till the time we are having this done, so I will show you some more things in different way. For example, there are other two things in the Claude. That is, one is the chat function, the other one is the cowork function, and the third one is the code function. So the co-work is something which is available on only on desktop. Co-work and code both are available in the desktop version only. You cannot find these in the web version. I believe I'm not using the web version since a long time. So, and then you have more things like the in the chat you can see there is a customized thing where you want to add some plugins. For example, I've added a finance plugin here defined by Anthropic directly, a marketing plugin here defined by Anthropic directly, and then you have the skills. For example, you can create your own skills uh, depending on your own usage, what kind of results you're looking at. So I've created my own skill as what I want as a result in my output of prompt. And then you have a lot of connectors. These are the connectors which I have added recently since my journey started. So I use the DICE, I use Gamma for presentation. The presentation which you are looking at right now is done by AI directly. GitHub is more technical in terms of coding automation. It's integrated with Gmail, Indeed, Microsoft 365, Perfect Post that I use for LinkedIn, SEMrush, Zapier, ZipRecruiter, Applify, I use it a lot, Claude and Chrome. So these are the connectors where you can connect, and you can add a lot more connectors in Claude. Depends on your usage, what kind of usage you are using it. You can use the booking.com as well if you want to plan for your travel. So there are a lot of things where you can explore around and see what is good for you. So let's go back. So it's ready. The result is ready. Yep, the result is ready. So now what's inside? Scorecard tab. All 12 suppliers ranked with colors, coded metrics, analysis tab, recommended action tab. So let's see what is. Let me show it to you on the Google Chrome screen. Okay. Okay. Now that's the result is generated by Claude as a dashboard for the suppliers. Total suppliers are 12 across three division. The score of preferred supplier is 5. That is, those are were above 75. Underwatch are 4 and risky are 3. So if you are a procurement manager and you need some analysis on your suppliers, how they're working, what are the delivery terms, what is the fulfillment, so that exactly gives you as an assistant If you have the data ready, you can put your data one time and you can make this, you don't have to add your data again and again. That's the best thing. And it's more important for you to know whether your company allows your to share the data. If you are working for a company, you should have the ERP, sorry, enterprise solution of Claude. You can then securely add your data directly to Claude because it has a contract. But I would not recommend to upload your data directly to your company data because it's confidential and you cannot upload directly there. So this is something you can get a scorecard. You have analysis, what kind of analysis, weighted score by supplier, supplier risk distribution, and you can have recommended action. What kind of recommended actions? It's suggesting based on the sample data shared by Claude itself. So that's how you differs the exact output which what you want. One window you'll find everything interactive. You can use it as a dashboard. You can show it in your presentations as well. So I think that's something which is amazing if you are doing something for your company, for your own set. Now, moving on to the next phase of my presentation. So, okay, okay, we discussed the RICO. Okay, there's one thing which I want to ask you. How many hours you people are spending in reconciling your data? For example, if your team is reconciling your balance sheet, if your team is reconciling different ledgers of reconciliation, how much time it takes normally? If you can write it in the charts. I would see how much. So 2 to 5 on average, 5 to 10, 2 to 5, less than 5 to 10 hours. So that's something which is normal. If you are doing it manually, it will take 1 hour. So I'll just show you quickly. I've done one tool, the one which I was just showing you how in Claude specifically it works. When you start working on cohort, in cohort, there is a way of creating different kind of projects itself. So that project is definitely gives you the results and it helps you in a more dedicated and it works automatically. You don't have to work directly. For example, sa- these are the projects which I have done on my own. For example, there's a financial analysis that project I've done, fleet management, dashboard for financials, bank reconciliation tool, content calendar manager. That's for my social media thing. So I just built this tool and I'll show you quickly what was the result. So you guys can see exactly. Okay. So what I did, I built a tool directly in my system, and I just need to upload two files in that folder, one folder on my defined path on my desktop. So that two files are basically one file is for my bank, and one file is uh, for the GL which I have extracted the data from. So the just a minute. I'm actually on vacations here in Pakistan, so a bit busy. The kids are just popping in. Okay, anyways, that's the bank reconciliation I did. It was done in a minutes, few minutes, and this is the one-time tool I built directly and just add the data in the folders, designated folder, just run the program and it will automatically fetch this Excel directly for you where you see the bank reconciliation report and the bank statement value, the system value, how many transactions are matched, 155. Unmatched transaction in bank 207. Unmatched transaction in system 57. It goes with value and it also gives you the matched transaction details separately, unmatched bank details separately, and you can see all bank entries highlighted in matched, unmatched, colored as well. So that's that one time just have to build the tool one time and it automatically does every week. You want to do every week, every day, depends on your value of or volume of the reconciliation which you're doing. So that is something which honestly, when I showed it to my team, they were blown out. They were like, okay, that's something which is a big relief because we're spending a lot of time. And for this, they have built it in a way that we don't have to work anytime more. So what next? There are other tools which I built. I will just go to the results because we don't have much time to go and to build the project itself directly. Uh, okay, then I have one. Uh, I took data from the Tadawul website of Saudi Arabia, where you can have the details of any company. I downloaded the financials for the last 4 years of Linehouse. Well, almost all of you must have known this company. So I posted this uh, financial analysis. Basically, I've created in a way that whatever type of analysis I need. I just need to have a financial deep dive, no, nothing else. And the cash flows, I just need to evaluate in detail. And there are a lot of things which I can do within the same tool is if I need to do valuation of any company, and just put those data and automatically gives results based on the valuation. So I'll just show you here in the Chrome, that's the dashboard it built. Sorry, I just have to stop sharing my screen. Again, I think I should share my complete screen. It's better. Anyways, okay. There you go. So, first, the interesting thing was because in 2025, Flynas had an IPO. So there was a big cost of 1 billion SAR almost that was incurred in the year 2025. So Claude automatically identified that, and we can see in this adjusted net profit. The adjusted net profit is without the one-time cost of IPO. So it automatically identified and showed the performance based on that. So it doesn't give you only the numbers itself. It automatically analyzes and gives you the real picture of how the company is moving. So that's cards generated by the KPI cards, the top lines, bar charts, some of the trend lines, donut charts, EPS. The trend of EPS is there, and then you go with the second one is the profitability margins. So imagine if you're showing it to your CFO, you're showing it to your CEO, this kind of dashboard directly with all the analysis, and you can build it on your own colors, your own company's structure as well. And the financial statements, we evaluated the 2022 to 2025, 4 years, and I asked for leverage of cash, for detailed cash flow analysis, so that gives me what kind of interest coverage we have in this company, uh, what kind of cash coming from operations, 1.43 billion. So it's all generated directly. What is the equity ratio? What is the current ratio? What is the cash ratio each year? So it's a trend line of a business, how it goes. What are the key risks and red flags as well? So it depends on what kind of results again you're looking for. That is one way of looking at it. And I made another one for another tool, which is for fields like the fleet analysis. That is more related to if I just built it for someone. So open it here. Yeah, so Google Chrome, stop share, and share again. Okay, that is a fleet tool which I created for someone, and it's basically uh, tells you, so these are random figures. I'm not sharing some of these figures here. Total vehicles, right now we have 100 vehicles. 80 are moving in city, 20 are heavy duty vehicles. Total drivers, 100 drivers with six nationalities. Revenue generated, total profit, how many kilometers driven since 3 years, 14.5 million kilometers. Fuel efficiency, total deliveries, and you have the details of driver, which nationality is higher, smaller, and all that. And if you want, you can see the vehicle-wise tracking as well. So which vehicle is giving you more efficiency and which one is giving you less efficiency as well. So with the heavy and light vehicles as well. So the worst fuel efficiency is coming from the vehicle 99. And similarly, to will go you the maintenance schedule as well. What is the maintenance cost so far? How many events of maintenance occurred? So it all depends on how your data is right now. It all depends the data you give to AI to generate what kind of results you want to see. So that's how you can build it directly from Claude projects. This is important. If you have done something, you can use it. You can start using the Claude project. Definitely, it will create a lot of interesting things for you, and you can start exploring a lot of things as well. So that's the two more things which I've showed you right now, and that's completely in detail. What next is more related to, I would say that how I would, for example, if you want to start somewhere, you're thinking you want to start somewhere, you haven't used AI before, so where to start? That's the golden question normally which comes to our mind. And I would I would definitely say that first thing, that is the three-step strategy, I would believe that is the most important thing here. The first step is to start using it freely. Start using it freely. Like every AI tool has a free uh, available option. Like if you can use GPT freely, you can use Claude freely, but there is a time limit. You can use it for some time and it automatically stops. You have to reset it after some hours normally, and you start improving your prompt as well. If you and the most important thing is you have to identify what one task you need to automate. If you are doing some repetitive task in your daily life, what is that one task which you think if it gets out of my work every day, it will like free half of my day or 3 hours of my day on daily basis, or at least 3 hours of my week? That's something which you need to identify. So this is something which goes going to help you, and just start doing it. Nothing will stop you. Once you start entering it, exploring it, you will start mastering it as well. So that's how it comes. So what I have shown you right now is mostly the surface of the AI, how it works. But if you want to go deeper, like if you want to see what next thing can have, so I just planned to start a cohort starting from 12th June, where I'll give three detailed live sessions to it for now only 10 people because I don't have much time to extract and start it because I have other things to commitments as well. So I will select only 10 people out of it and we'll start three detailed live sessions where I'll engage one by one personally with everyone, help them automate what their issues are. So that is something which you need to, if you are interested, if you want, if you think that this can be a game changer for you, so I'll share the details of this registration link. You can register yourself, and you can wait for uh, I'll select on based on the availability first, like who is more interested and who has the more curious mind, for example, which needs some quick resolutions. So that's it from my side. I think we have covered a lot of more sections here. I need to do a lot of things more than this before. So this is before we jump to the Q&A session, let me uh, share the link here in the chat. Okay, if you don't want to go for this, you can follow my LinkedIn profile. Normally, I'm posting weekly basis something I have done, what I've learned. I'm posting it there. So that is what I do. So you can follow on my LinkedIn profile as well. And if you want to go for something bigger, you can register your interest on this Google Doc form, which I'm going to share right now. So this will help you. Okay, here you go. Okay, now over to you for the Q&A session. So better to have, let me, I would answer your question in the chat. So you write your question here in the chat and I'll try to answer all of them. So the first question comes here, what is the difference between project and normal chat? Like if you are writing a prompt in chat or working with the project. So as explained earlier, chat is something which will guide you step by step. As you see in ChatGPT, it will guide you step by step what to do. Project is something in Cowork, it will build it for you. It will connect to your desktop. It can organize your files. It can read your files from your computer and give you results. So it's an inside assistant in your computer working for you. For example, if you are building some reports on daily basis, extracting information from different websites, what you can do is you can, okay, what you can do. So you can uh, define a project, and the project will automatically build that report every time, same time in the morning, and you'll see the results directly there. So that's how it will, it differentiates. So next question is, if I'm not jumping it, okay, okay, here you go. So it's with engineer Ghulamullah Khan here. I come from an engineering background and use AI extensively for business financials. What skills should I develop to ensure I'm using AI effectively without compromising financial accuracy and compliance? So I guess it's more related to yourself. You have to explore it in a way that what is relevant for you. What is the output which you are looking for, or the output which your customer, which your client, or which your uh, peers or colleagues or board is looking for. That is the most important thing which you should know. If you know this, then then you can master everything by trying a lot. You just need to understand first thing, which is how to write a prompt. That is the most important thing. If you're using just a normal feature, the prompting is very important. You will learn by time. And if I want you to give you an idea or a hack, I would say that I will write if I don't know how to write a prompt, I will write the idea in ChatGPT. I need to write a prompt for this specific thing. Please write me a prompt so I can paste in the cloud. Automatically, it will guide you and write a prompt for you. And you can ask me questions if you need to add some more clarity. So this is the way you can improve your prompting as well, and by learning it. So the next question is how you crafted Flynas financial analysis. That's something which is a tool I built for financial analysis. It's not something I can just explain you in word, and it has to spend some time, hours to build it. What kind of output I need, what kind of design I need. So it's something which needs to be discussed in too much detail. So can you please arrange one session on how to automate bank reconciliation, please? I will try to do that because I did it for some of the people. I think I don't know whether some of them are here or not. So three or four people out of them used that tool and they found it very useful. So it's just I gave them my tool coding. I forwarded them and then I shared with them. So you can send me an email if you want. I can share it with you as well. Is it safe? Like you said, it will pick data from desktop. Again, if you have an enterprise contract by your company, then it's safe. Otherwise, I would not recommend to use it because it gets access directly to your computer. And normally, the if you have this kind of situation, the IT admins doesn't allow you to download this kind of software. So that is something which automatically stops you. So the next question is how you ensure the privacy of your company's data is not published or shared with your competitors or that's I shared already. We have official platform of Copilot. Can we use Copilot for projects? Copilot is I would not say Copilot is something which is very basic. There is no good results coming out of it mostly. So I have never used it and I don't find it useful to be fair. It's just good for if you want to do some thing within the Excel, you can use it within the Excel, reconcile data, evaluate data within the Excel. It's good for that. So Sajid Hassan, automation of any process requires a workflow-based process design involving multiple officials and authorizations level. How do you suggest to implement such automation? So you have a bit more question related to process automation, process design automation. So once you need to, first you need to document what is the process itself and what are the authority levels related to that process. And then you can start automating that. So it depends on what kind of process you want to automate. For example, if you want to automate the accounts payable function, that is going to can be automated. One of the guy is entering the accounts payable invoices and we can build an AI agent or a tool directly within the system who can recognize the invoice, extract the data from invoice, and paste it in your ERP, or at least give you an Excel export of the ERP, which you can upload directly on the ERP. So no manual intervention. Just paste the invoices directly in one folder. It gives you an direct Excel format, which can you can upload directly in your ERP, and that goes. It depends how you want to use it. That's the easiest way of doing it. And then there is another way that you can create an AI agent for that, which is currently to be honest, I'm learning this right now. How to build an AI agent. Uh, how you ensure the privacy of companies. That's I think I've addressed already. South, please share finance areas that you automated. I'll try to. I have shared a lot of things. I'll try to share more in the on my LinkedIn profile. You can use that. Again, same question. Have you developed any project with Claude using APIs from any ERP or core system so it is updated dynamically? Yes, I've done one thing, which is created through I built that is how I started, to be honest. And I was sending some daily or weekly reports to the sales team. There's different divisions. So I was just curious, how should I stop doing this? What that was very repetitive, and I was at times I was frustrated building that Excel model. And through Claude, I built that report on dashboard reports on Power BI, and I integrated Power BI and SAP directly. So now it's completely automated. You get yeah, the team gets real-time data directly on their mobile. You have Power BI app. So I did it in 1 or 2 days directly. Once I built it for one company, it took me around 2 to 3 days, and then it was very quick. It was just replicating it. So no coding experience, no developers involved, extracting the data from SAP directly and putting it on Power BI. So, okay, next question. Using Google Gemini, I can build the dashboard same that you build by using Claude. I'm not sure. I haven't used Google Gemini in this way. And Gemini is more related to creating videos. There is one more tool which Gemini has just introduced, that's Pomily. Pomily is more related to marketing, where they can design your websites, you can give you marketing strategy, marketing plan. That is something which is amazing. You can use that formally if you want, if you are from marketing. What prompt are you are using in bank reconciliation? As in bank amounts are coming with bank charges. I built that because we had VAT charges inside the description, so I built that for my team. So I'll share it with you. You can request people to, so I can share it with you. Using Google Gemini, I can build the dashboard. It's another question, same way. I have one question that when we share the company financial data to the Claude AI and ChatGPT, that okay, that's something which I've already answered. Using Google Gemini, it's again, I'm getting a repeated question, which is the best training online available to learn AI skills? I would not say there is something best so far, but there are a lot of trainers in the market which are training. There are a lot of people who are creating videos, YouTube videos for them. You can follow a lot of people on YouTube, and you can learn that as well. So that's it. I think most of the questions I've answered. The last one, that can you explain again the process which you make with SAP and Power BI, as I want to get clear idea. Okay. I already had the data, so I was building a Excel dashboard. Uh, I wanted to convert it onto real time, and I don't want to do it every time. Just wanted to do it one last time and upload it on the Power BI. So I did it step by step, explaining how the data is extracted, what kind of output I need on my Power BI dashboard. And I've never used Power BI, so to be fair, I've never created any report on Power BI. And I just did it by the help of Claude, step by step guide. It shows me how to create measures, how to create relationships. So the idea was the input was defined and output was defined, and just need a guide who can guide step by step where to put the exact measures and exact relationship. And, this is done through Python right now. I did it through the Python language. That is very easy. You can do it yourself as well if you want. Please give example of some daily tasks that we can automate. That depends again, Mohammed Pashan. uh, to you, what kind of task is repetitive for you, which takes a lot of time? So could be some people have, for example, I'm working as an assistant to CEO. Uh, my most difficult and important task is to know which email is important and where I need to prioritize the meeting timeline. So I can use Copilot for this for sure. Connect it with my Microsoft Outlook, and it will give you a complete structure which emails are important, which emails has something which I need to look on. I need to schedule something. So it works as an assistant for you as well, extracting the information from your emails, giving you tasks, giving you priorities automatically. So it depends. Uh, okay, that's it. The presentation. Should we share the presentation also if possible for you? Yeah, I will share the presentation. I will share the video on your registered email where you have registered. So it will be more, you can use it, you can start working on it. And if you need to learn more, if you want to go deeper, just click on the link which I've shared and we can start the session. We are starting on 12th June. So if you are interested, you can register interest and see you there. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your time. Looking forward to another session. Inshallah, I'm going to plan another session which is going to be free for all as well, which is more related to how to use AI for your job search. That is something which is very important, and I know a lot of you are in Saudi Arabia, a lot of you are in Pakistan. So how you want to elevate your job searching skills? That is something which I'm building. I'm planning the agenda items and course for it right now. So you can use AI for this. Definitely a lot of things which I have never used before. I was surprised if I had it before, I would have used it. But anyways, everything comes on time. So keep following me, inshallah, on LinkedIn. I'll post another session soon regarding the training on how to search job or how to job search the market through AI. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your response.